Wow, these lights are great. Hi, everybody. Could I just have a quick show of hands? Who is it your first year to be at Slush? Wow, wow. This is my 4th year here. And it's the first time I was here, the entire Slush was probably this actual hall. So it's phenomenal what you guys have actually done in 4 or 5 years' time. So I have some very practical examples for you today. I work for this company, Qualcomm. We make chipsets. We ship about 1 billion of these every year. And without our stuff, you basically have a very expensive calculator in your pocket. We have 100 or so portfolio companies. I've picked a few that I think are kind of interesting in how they have figured out very low cost or free ways to grow their businesses and user base. So if we have any Android developers in the room, you probably will have seen this slide. So my first suggestion is you find something inside of your business, you find some data, and you publish fun facts. And if you haven't seen this before, and you do develop for Android, just focus on that half of the picture, because that half is diminishing returns. So this company does very little in terms of what type of Android handset matters, but they had this data, and they published it, and this got tweeted, retweeted, quoted, interviews, etc. Their actual underlying business is identifying the optimal cell tower closest to you. But as a result of having an Android app that was constantly running in the background, they could pull this data and put it into a nice presentation. Number 2, publish smart stuff. So this company just launched in September, and fresh out of the gate, they have an article in the Wall Street Journal. So what they've actually, the game itself is a brain training app, and they can map your cognitive abilities versus your peer groups. And on the right-hand side here, you can see we have doctors, teachers, lawyers, musicians, and hairdressers that all share a very similar cognitive similarity. Then we have a chef and a police officer, and then we have some architects and athletes, and then in a class all by itself, this is my favorite one, we have the software engineer. So congratulations to all the software engineers out there. You're completely different from the rest of the world. This is a brain training app, and they found a cool way to get the Wall Street Journal to publish an article about them. Free advertising. Hijack your customers. This is a very good one. So Blippar is an app that lets you look at stuff in the real world, and it shows you something on your screen. So you can see in the example of blipping the Quaker Oats canister, I'm not quite sure what he does in the blip. Maybe he takes his hat off and waves at you. But the point is that all of those Quaker Oats canisters have instructions on the back, where to download the app, how to use the app, and Blippar has had millions of downloads thanks to all of their customers. Same thing for the Pizza Hut box. If you want to interact with that box, you have to download the Blippar app to see Wolverine, get his claws out. So Pizza Hut is doing all this distribution for them. Blippar has spent 0 marketing dollars getting millions of downloads. So hijack your customers. I just talked to a company just on the other side over there. They have some zombie app, so everyone please go grab one. Don't walk around cities like a zombie. And they're doing exactly the same thing, using local zoos and other customers to promote their apps for them for free. It's a good idea. Go old school. So this is an entertainment app based in London, and what you're seeing is a paper advertisement inside the tube. So before I made this investment, I was a very active Whyplan user. And one of the first meetings I had with the CEO, I was like, you must be spending an absolute fortune on advertising. I was like, no, not at all. I'm not going to tell you how little they've spent on this. Maybe you wouldn't be happy about that. But it is a very, very, very low number for a huge amount of impressions on the underground. Okay, It's Whyplan again. This was one of the other tricks, hang out with some celebs. This is part of their New York launch. This actually cost a little bit more than the paper advertising, but very good PR effect. Also getting celebrities to promote your product or app is far and away one of the best things you can do as well. So Apple and Google are both here these days. If you're not actively cultivating a relationship with these partners, you need to be doing that now. So the company that I mentioned earlier, the brain training app, you can see peaked there. And in the upper right, Magisto, this is one of our portfolio companies as well. So we've had featuring from both Apple and Google for several portfolio companies, and it makes a huge impact. Also, this little one down here, this is actually Whyplan as well. They didn't have the homepage featuring, but still not bad. Huge impact on your business. And just to prove it, Hometown Heroes, Grand Crew, we launched in June. Within 1 week, we had 1 million downloads, thanks to Apple having us on the top banner. If you think about install prices for an app, it's at least $1 cost per installation. So that is literally $1 million worth of advertising that Apple provided for free. Again, these are hyper important relationships for you to develop. And I made my speech 2 minutes short. Thanks.